Okay, so welcome back guys to lesson 03. In the previous lesson we did talk about the creation of the selection sets that are extremely important. So we can go here inside the edge mode and we can see we do have got the selections of the entire mesh. Alright, so now it's time to break this geometry, and for doing that we need to adapt the manual approach, since Maya's existing shader tool is no more useful to me, at least for the creation of this sophisticated kind of an effect. So we're going to use the manual approach, but you don't need to worry for that. The manual approach will also going to be very beneficial for us. Alright, so first of all we need to check the cut face tool, and remember we are not going to utilize the multi-cut tool. We're going to utilize only the cut face tool. And we also do need to check the options. Under here I just need to have it interactive mode. We don't need to delete, we don't need to extract. All right, so I'm gonna set my settings, and I can press the 7 mode to enable the light, since I want to see this mesh inside like a kind of a silhouette mode. All right, so just can start breaking this mesh from either of the directions, and try to break that thing evenly without creating too much gaps inside your mesh. And now just start breaking your mesh from the opposite side. While doing this repeatedly, you might gonna experience the certain lag inside the Maya, because this tool is very nice, but it'll gonna get itself stuck when the history reaches to more than 30 cuts. So right here we do have the polycut 31, so I'm gonna get rid of the history. Okay, now I can go back to the side view again and can start cutting the mesh, and here you can see that it has again joined its pace and there is no more lag because we have deleted the history. So again I would like to cut the arm very carefully. You don't need to be too much sophisticated while cutting this mesh, or just try to get the thing that we have to cut this mesh in like in a horizontal way, one from this side, another from this side. Okay, like two opposite direction acting horizontally. That's pretty much good. And again we can go back to the top view by pressing the 7. I can start cutting our mesh, one from this side, and as soon as I get complete from this way, I'm gonna add the lines from the opposite side. Let's say we start with this way. Now we may could add like from this side, and I can experience the lag inside the cut tool, so I can go edit and can delete the history. Alright, and now it again has come back. So once you're done with the process, you can start cutting the mesh very in a very random way in a perspective view. Alright, you don't need to worry about this one. And as far as the face is concerned, I would like to cut the face more sophisticatedly, since your face is very a kind of an attraction in almost all the kinds of this effect. So you need to break the face in a little bit more better fashion. Alright, so I hope this must be clear, and now we are good to proceed to our important section. The important section is that, like, first of all we need to go and fetch the basic selections. You can go to the edge mode. So these were the basic and the default edges that we have got. Now it's time to go back and click the invert selections. Alright, these are the very important edges for me, and I have to save them. So I can go to the edit and I can go to the create, I can go for the sets, create the quick selection set. I'm gonna name that up as the new underscore selection underscore edges. Okay, and you can save them. At this point of time, while saving the file, you may going to feel a little bit kind of a lag, or you can say I think that the file size may could reach to approximately 12 to 15, maximum to 16 MB. But don't worry about that. Once we get rid of all of these things and can start utilizing this as an enclosed, we'll get rid of all those selection sets and all, because we don't need them at all. So if I go back to the edge mode again, I can go to the edit and can fetch the new selection edges. You can see that I have got the new edges. That is absolutely great. And we do have approximately 25,000 of the polygons, so we can add another level of the smooth by pressing shift right click and smooth, and the option that I've set is the open subdivision capital clock and click. Alright, that's perfect. We can get rid of the history node, and now we are working somewhere close to 100,000 polygons. Alright, now here something interesting will going to get happen. So the case is that, let me just first of all go and get back to the newly selection edges, and here you can see that these edges are now came all over the surfaces, which will going to be get detached once we convert this thing to the nucleus cloth. Alright, even before that, of course. But here I'm gonna do something interesting. You know what? You are completely free to go and click here something called the detach. I think so. It should have been here. Alright, the detach. But I don't want to go at least at this stage. Let me just gonna add some more, important setting to it. So for that, I think so we'll go to the next lesson and start utilizing the different kind of the selections that we're gonna add some more realism to the disintegration effect. Alright, so I'm gonna take a pause in this lesson. I'll take you to the next lesson where we're gonna notice the much better selection of our edges. Alright, so I'm gonna save the file over here.